What's up, moviegoers? Welcome to the Markio Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony. In this episode of the Markio Podcast, I'm talking about Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Directed by Dwight H. Little. Screenplay by Alan B. McClure. It's based on characters by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill. And the movie stars Donald Pleasence and Danielle Harris. The movie was released October 21st, 1988. Has a running time of 88 minutes. Has a budget of $5 million. And grossed $17.8 million at the box office. Now the tagline for the movie is 10 years ago, he changed the face of Halloween. Tonight, he's back. Now Halloween 4 is the fourth installment in the Halloween franchise, as it follows Michael Myers returning to Haddonfield to kill his niece Jamie Lloyd, the daughter of Laurie Strode, with Dr. Sam Loomis again pursuing him. Now the reason that they brought back Michael Myers for the fourth movie and in the fourth movie was because how poorly and how negative Halloween 3 Season of the Witch was received. This movie ignores the events of Season of the Witch, and this movie is a direct sequel to Halloween and Halloween 2. Now, John Carpenter and co-producer Deborah Hill intended to create an anthology series, with only the first two movies being connected. Halloween 4 was originally intended to be a ghost story, but like as I stated before, after the poor reception of Halloween 3, and due to not being a continuous Michael Myers story, the film reintroduced him and he remained the main antagonist over the course of the next films. So you might be asking yourself, how the hell is Michael Myers back after he blew up along with Dr. Sam Loomis in the second movie? Well, he was in a comatose state for 10 years since the explosion at the hospital. He's transferred to Smith Grove Sanitarium by ambulance from his current residence in the Ridgemont Federal Sanitarium. Upon hearing that he has a niece, Michael awakens, kills the ambulance driver, and makes his way to Haddonfield. Now, Dr. Sam Loomis learns of Michael's escape and gives chase. And let me say that not really much is explained of how Dr. Loomis also survived, but he just shows up out of nowhere. And it's good to see Donald Pleasence back in this role, because you really don't see many characters like that return to movies like this, especially as Donald Pleasence got older. You know, he was much more slower in his pursuit of Michael Myers, and it really shows. The interesting thing about this is that we are introduced to Jamie Lloyd, the daughter of Laurie Strode. And Danielle Harris, at the time, was a great young actress. She's very underrated, and she really showed her, how she's acting in this role, especially in a horror movie. If you get kid actors in horror movies, they're either going to be really good or really, really bad. And with this movie, she was really, really good. Now, John Carpenter was approached by Cannon Films, who had just finished 1986's release of The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, to write and direct Halloween 4, with Deborah Hill producing the movie. However, the producer at the time, and the reason I keep calling him producer is because it's Mustafa Akkad. He technically drained and put this franchise down the hole and did too much of it. He shelved certain ideas and certain projects that he wanted and he thought that would be good. And here's the thing, Mustafa Akkad should not have been near this franchise at all, because he definitely did put it in the ground. If this was controlled by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill, I'm pretty sure they would have gone a different route. But the route they chose, it was okay, I guess. The underlining and interesting thing about this movie is that it's not good at all. It doesn't feel like a Halloween movie, and we just basically see Michael Myers is back just to kill his niece, Jamie Lloyd, and just to finish the lineage and, of killing Laurie Strode, evidently, quote unquote. And the way they ended this movie was that it was reminiscent of how Michael killed his sister in the first movie, with the whole clown get up and how it looked, and, and Donald Pleasence's acting is fantastic, and it really drives this movie forward and really drives it to a point. I want to say there were certain killings in this that were good, but some of it wasn't that good at all. The movie was very slow going, it didn't make any sense, and it felt like, it was rushed and it was forced. And when a horror movie is rushed and forced, it's not good at all. The good thing about this movie is that, and what I liked is that they're near the end, the townspeople shoot Michael Myers like continuously, and he falls down a mine shaft and all this stuff is, and you think he's finally dead. That doesn't happen at all, and it's just different. It's, if they ended it like that, it would have been good, because you return a character and he comes back and then you kill him again. Listen, that's the horror trope, and that's how everything works. Did it work in this? No, it didn't, because this movie should have been much more better than it was. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Do you think that he should have been brought back this soon in a fourth movie because of the failure and how Halloween 3 Season of the Witch was? Do you think that bringing in and making a story about Laurie Strode's daughter being the one who is being, followed and attacked by Michael Myers was good? And did you like Dr. Sam Loomis seeing Donald Pleasence back in the role? Let me know in the comment section below about the questions I just asked. And be sure you tune into the next episode of the Markio Podcast, where I talk about Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new videos and new podcast episodes on the Markio Productions YouTube page. And follow Markio Productions on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And follow me, Anthony, your host, on Instagram and Twitter at Mr. Filmstock. And follow the Markio Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'll leave a link to all the social media accounts in the description box below. You can check it out and follow along. All right, everyone, that does it for today's episode. I'm your host, Anthony. Thanks for tuning in.